Hey guys, it's Jeff. This is going to be part number 2 of the Das Works VOMAG truck with the 88 millimeter anti-aircraft gun on the back. I'm making some changes, trying some different camera angles and stuff. This camera I'm going to be using for a side-on view of the bench, and I've got another camera ordered that I'm going to put on my monitor. That'll be the one I'll use when I talk to you guys. So this is temporary, this particular setup here. But I've cleaned the bench really good today. Put a whole bunch of stuff away, threw away a bunch of stuff. And let me just show you real quick kind of what we got going on here. If I can, I got the window open here, so I've got a bunch of the sprues here in this stand. I didn't have enough space for all the sprues on here. I've got another one of these stands coming. I've got the rest of the sprues are actually over here. Okay, and those will go on a stand as soon as it gets here. I've got another light ordered. I'm going to put it right here so that this will be backlit. One of the problems I've seen is generally I have my my lights back in in these two corners, and then the side I'm looking at is in the shadow. So now I've got my two lights right to the front, and I'm going to try this. I've got one of my cameras on this is actually the 4-jaw chuck for my little lathe. So I'll put it here, probably back a little farther, so when I want to do close-up work, let me see if I can switch it around just to show you real quick here. That hopefully I'll be able to do some work closer up, and guys will be able to see a little bit more of what I'm doing. So just pull a, yeah, that's pretty good. I can manually focus these to some extent, but yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. So I've got another camera coming. I'm going to put on that monitor, so when I'm talking to you guys, it'll just be there permanently. Then I've got another light coming from there and a new another stand for my sprues. So all that stuff ought to be here in just a day or two. But we can go ahead and get started with the build now. I don't see any reason why not. So let's go ahead and go back here, and I'll show you kind of what I've got in mind. Okay, I'm still playing with angles. We'll get it all sorted out. That'll give me. I can bring it down even more. That'll give me my. Oh, and there's my Aussie Scale Modeler mug and my Pebble Creek mug. Thank you guys for sending those to me. Appreciate it. Back there in the corner, I've got Ice Queen 7 sticker, Plastic Monkey sticker, Nigel's modeling bench, and Chris's the rally car miniatures on there. And I've got a bunch of other stickers and things around, but I've got those here in the front. So let's go to source. Just let me switch cameras here, and we'll look at the directions a little more. Okay, here's step 1. What I've done also is I've created 2 sets of the instructions, and I'll have them both on my Google Drive, and I'll leave a link to both of them. One is already on there, but this one will be my directions with notes. So anytime I make a change, I'll make a note, or if I see a particular part that I think could be built in a different way, I'll make a note. I've gone through here already, and I've just the paint call outs are very minimal in this, but any place I had a paint call out, I went ahead and highlighted in blue. Excuse me, there's one I missed. Oh, let's see here. So we'll just highlight that one. But this one will be kind of, changing as I go. And then, like as in some of my other builds, once I complete a section, when I clip all the parts off the sprues, I'll highlight them in yellow. And then when that is completed, I'll highlight it in green to show that it's actually been done. Just easy way for me to kind of keep track of what I'm doing. But that'll be on the PDF that has the instructions with notes. The other one without notes, I'm just going to leave it there, and if you guys want to look at it without all my scrawling all over it, then you've got that. Okay, one other thing that I wanted to say. The first thing they want you to do, well, we got 3 sub-assemblies, A, B, and C, which is A, B, and C on here. Okay, and they want us to put the frame together. The frame, it's very critical that that thing is straight and square and true in all directions. It's very difficult to do that when you're putting it together. What I have found the best way to do it is if there is another structure that goes above this, like the bed of a truck or the floor of a cab or something, use that as a guide to make sure that everything is square. So down here in step, I think it is 15, here is the bottom of the main center section, and there's some pieces to be added to it. Okay, I'm not sure just how this fits to the bed, but this would be a real good part to use as a guide to get the frame straight. I would even go so far as clamping the frame to this once you build the frame up, just to make sure it's all straight. So what I'm going to do, instead of starting with the frame, I'm going to build this in step 15 and get it, all the pieces on it, and then we'll figure out how the frame fits to that. I might even go ahead and pull, see, this will go down over the frame right here. And I'm not sure if there should be places on the bottom of this that should match up with places on the frame. Okay, I might even go so far as to pulling part B4 and putting these parts on it. In fact, I will go ahead and do that, because this will be used on the very back of the truck for alignment purposes. So I'll go ahead and do this and this. So let's go ahead and get some parts ready here. Let me switch cameras again. I've got my tools, right? The tools that I use real often are here. I've got my clippers, my nippers, tweezers. I got 3 or 4 different knives and a scalpel. Some of these reversible tweezers, hemostats. And then back here I've got some photo etch pliers and some regular pliers, some rulers, that type of stuff. Things I use every day. Let's go ahead and start off. I'm just trying to see. I'll go ahead and cut the big parts off, and then I'll turn the camera off and get them cleaned up. So this is let's see here if I could do this real quick. Okay, I think that'll work. Here is B1 right here. So let's get this clipped off. And I'll clip them. Oh, there goes the furnace. I'll clip them with extra. I won't clip them up real close to begin with. Sounded like the trash trucks coming around. Okay, there's B1, and I'll clean that up off camera. Also, while we're at it, this is the part for the next step. This is, for the other part we were going to do, this is B4 here. There they go. I get my trash on Mondays, or I get it picked up on Monday, and the neighbor gets his picked up on Friday. So we've got 2 trash trucks running the neighborhood. I really like the way these are labeled here. That's got the B on it. I can just put it right here in my stand. I don't have to put tape on it or anything to keep track of what is what. Okay, there's this is B4, which is this part right here, and then this is B1 here. Let me go ahead and I'll shut the camera off and I'll clip out all these little parts. Let's switch this back here. I'll go ahead and clip off all the parts for step 15, and then we'll go ahead and get it together. Okay, so I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Alright, guys, it's been a little while since I filmed that first part. I've got the pieces all cut out and ready to do step 15. Okay, make sure you can see everything. I'll probably switch over to this little camera up close. Okay, here's our base. This is part B1. Took a little bit of cleanup work. There were some Z pins that I cut off. They don't have to be really flush because they're going to be hidden behind this, but there was one here and one here that I went ahead and cut off and filled. There was one here and one here that I was able to sand out. Then there was 2 regular ejector pin marks there and there. I just used the black CA and a little bit of Instaset and got those taken care of. There was another Z pin up there that sanded out, and the rest of them I think are going to be hidden. I don't think they're going to be a problem. So we can go ahead and get started on this. This will go on here like this, but there's a couple of little like gearboxes that'll go right in here first, and there's a couple of wheels to go on them. I think I'm going to leave the wheels off for the time being just because they're pretty fragile. But we can go ahead and get the little gearboxes out of here and put those on. Okay, I need to grab some tweezers. Let's see. Okay, this is kind of different for me working at this angle. We'll see how it goes. Here's our, now this is not Tamiya extra thin, this is Tamiya airbrush cleaner. Okay, works just fine. It's like 1/4 the cost. I just put it in a Tamiya extra thin bottle and it seems to work just fine. Yeah, bumping the camera, sorry about that. Maybe I'll get used to this. Okay, this had a pretty good mold seam on it, so I scraped back. And I believe this will go just like that. Okay. Just put a little glue on it and let it capillary in. I keep bumping the camera and turning it. I put a little more glue on there than was necessary, but that'll be all right. And here's the other one. I'll come back later and put those wheels on. Okay, there's those on there. Okay, I have a hard time because I can't see up close with my glasses on, but I can't see the screen without them to tell if I'm in focus. Okay, so there's those first two parts on. Then this will go here, just like that, with the long end to this end, the short end toward the fenders. So let's go ahead and glue this in. Maybe I'll get used to this. It's not going to take much glue, just let it kind of capillary in. So stiffen this part up quite a bit. Okay, that should be more than plenty. This is really an intricate part. There's a lot of little pieces that go on here, and they have to go on kind of in the right order, or you're not gonna, things are gonna overlap the wrong way, at least from what I can tell. Okay, let me see here real quick how I want to do this. We've got this. It'll have, let's see here, just making sure, okay, those point to the outside, so this will go here like this. Put just a little glue on here, and there's the, here, get rid of that. See, that doesn't go quite, I don't know if you can see it, that doesn't go quite to the bottom because this part slots into another piece and this one does not. When it all goes together, hopefully it's right. Okay, this one like so. Okay, just like that. Okay, that looks good. And we'll just double checking to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, and this is going to go on the end here with those pointing this way. So this will go here. And it'll go past, so just like that. I want to make sure it's flush on both ends. Okay. Sure that's tight. Okay, and I've got these 4 pieces here that'll sit here, and you just kind of have to eyeball them as far as square goes. There's no real locator. That'll be nice and flush on that end. Do another one. Just trying to eyeball that those are square. Okay, it's kind of like that. I'll come back and I'll put some glue between the upright pieces. Okay. It looks square from just looking at the end like that. Okay, I'm glad, or I'm happy with that. Then we've got two small, if I can pick them up, pieces that go here. Okay, and I'm not sure if there's the same dimension both ways. That looks like it fits best. This will go up against another piece. Just like that. Okay. I hope yeah, it looks like it's pretty well in focus. Okay, and then we're going to go on this side. Got this to put on, and then there's going to be some little uprights that are going to go in there. I think it'd be better to put this on first. Okay. Then we've got another piece that goes on this end, which will be longer, go like that. Okay. And then another piece that goes on the far end, like this. It'll go here. That's the way we want it. And this, I think, is going to have to go forward a little. Okay, and then we've got some little pieces right here. They're going to go in here. And these are opposites. There's some left-hand ones and some right-hand ones. So we need to put those in the correct position. I'll put a couple in and that'll square this. And then we'll be able to slot the rest of them in real easy. Okay, let's get one in down here. Let's see. Make sure I'm using the right one in the right place. Okay, that's kind of how they go, and then it's just a matter of putting the other ones in. Whoop. Let's see, that one's going to be this way. Too much glue. Okay, this one will be that side. There goes my furnace again. Okay. And this one will be on the far side. It's easy to tell once you look at them. And the near side. Okay. And it worked out right. That's good. Okay. That's what she looks like. I didn't really glue the back side of this real well yet, because I didn't want to be fighting the glue if it wasn't in exactly the right spot. But I think we're good now. Okay, there's one side done, if you can see it okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side off camera, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like, okay? Be right back. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, there we go. That's step 15, which we've done first, all except for the two little wheels. Okay, and I'll put those on later. I just want to make sure they don't get damaged. We'll be using this, and hopefully it'll all line up for building the frame up later. Okay, so I think that came out real well. That's a good start there, and then I've got this other piece here for the section that goes behind this. I'm not sure just how it's all going to go together yet. Might even go around this way. But this is where the gun will sit, and then there'll be cabinets and everything back here. Okay, so I think we got a pretty good start. Well, let's see, I'm turning the camera again. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to tape that cord down or something. I'm rubbing it and pulling on it. This goes to this side for sure. I don't know if that's going to be like a gas filler. I have no idea at this point what that's going to be. But there's our start. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Nice texture on there. And we'll continue most likely tomorrow. Okay, talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.